Hey Warriors, what is up? Glad that you tuned into this one. Uh, really hammering home with my Warrior X yoga class today about opposites. And yoga is one of the greatest places that we can learn about opposites and actually have a chance to practice opposites in life. Now, if you think about it, we start every yoga class. If you've never taken yoga before, you should be doing that as part of your wellness plan. But anyway, we start every yoga class building breath, building a stronger breath, being more mindful of our breath so that we can support everything that we do through that practice mentally and physically. Now, we talked about opposites today, and you cannot, it simply is impossible to breathe in and breathe out at the same time. So this is one distinct thing in your body that does not take place. It cannot take place. It is impossible to take place at the same time. So an inhale breath starts by drawing breath in through your nose or your mouth. But in yoga, we practice this nasal breathing, which really actually has a lot of benefits to your mind and your body chemistry. So we take that inhale breath. You can't be breathing out at the same time. And then you take the exhale breath. It goes out your nose when we're doing yoga. In our practice, we lightly seal our lips. Or it's out your mouth when you're exercising. But you can't do these same two things at the same time. Impossible. Can't happen. But both at the same time can be true that you are breathing. It is an act of breathing. Part of it is in, part of it is out. And so as warriors in our life, we're going to come across a lot of things in our life that are opposites. You know, night and day are kind of opposites. There's a transition between one to the other, as there is in breathing. When we breathe in, there's a pause, a space of quiet and calm, and then there's an exhale, a space of relax and release. So in our life, we might transition between days and nights, 1 month to the next, and so on and so on. You know, we have to embrace in our life that everything isn't just, all kind of synced up together. There are some hard and fasts, thises and that's. We can be healthy and sick probably at the same time. I think it's entirely possible that some of the healthier people that are actually sick in some ways. A healthy person could be very strong and be able to run endurance races, but they also could be sick on the inside to where they are tired of their job. They've lost relationships. Maybe they're not growing their business or things like that. So there can be two things that are the same. They're opposites, being really healthy and strong, and fit, and powerful on the outside physically, but on the inside they're sick. Their mindset isn't right, something like that. There's good and bad in life. There's good things that can come out your way, good opportunities, jobs, but they're also at the same time might be bad because they take you away from your family too much. You have to travel a lot, so you're never home. Maybe those are bad circumstances or consequences of a really good job opportunity. Might be a big time raise or jump in your life, but it's also a bad thing at the same time. You could be rich and poor at the same time. These are opposites. You could be so rich, like your career is really on fire. You get paid a lot of money. You have no worries about money, but you're also poor because you don't have the time to do things that you really would love to do. Spend more time with your kids, be at their dance recitals, be at their basketball games, and things like that. Watch them grow up. So you can honestly be rich and poor at the same time. And that's not a place where anybody really wants to be. Yoga teaches us that two things can be true at the same time, but there's also places where opposites do not attract. We don't want to be healthy and sick at the same time. We don't want to be rich and wealthy with money, but also poor in the ways that we are able to spend our time. We don't want to be sick and healthy at the same time. Some things really in life are painful, and losing and grieving, losses of friends or family members. Those are painful spots, and it's not fun. Nobody wants to be in that space. And then on the other side of that, there's pleasure and there's good times with friends and family that you are with. Yoga teaches us that there are two different sides to that. When we are in one place, we want to be embracing that place, warriors. We want to be embracing the pleasure of being in the space that we're in when things are going really well, because there is going to be an opposite. People always say, like, you're either coming out of a storm, you're in it right now, or you're going to be in one very soon. Embrace the place that you're in. Embrace the opposites in life. There's times when, big and little are opposites. Big opportunities, like, wow, I can't believe that I have this opportunity to go to this place, speak to these people, present my opportunity in front of people, or whatever it is. Big opportunities like that. But there are also, and that's important and cool, but there are also little opportunities in life that you want to also embrace. These things can be true at the same time. Little opportunities like helping one person become a better version of themselves at whatever it is that you're really good at. Because I believe in the X factor, and that everyone has one. You're excellent in some way. You have a talent that nobody else has. You're better than everybody else at it. You just need to bring it out and do it more often. I tell you what, guys, if you can go to a yoga class and you can embrace working on that breath, that inhale and exhale, two things that can't be happening at the same time, you'll start to differentiate where places in your life are that are positive and negative. Or two things can be positive at the same time. In breath, we have to be able to breathe in. That gives us that fresh oxygen that our body needs to do its functions. And we have to be able to breathe out so that we can release those used up air particles as carbon dioxide when we breathe out, so that doesn't remain in our body. Two things can be true at the same time. Opposites. Warriors embrace opposites. You are a warrior. Keep climbing.